lawsuit has been filed against Diddy, this time by a model who claims she was drugged and held captive against her will. According to the complaint, the music mogul offered her a safe place to rest, but ended up subjecting her to sexual assaults for several hours. The lawsuit, filed anonymously, describes an encounter between the victim and Diddy in 1999 during a VIP party in New York that he hosted. According to the testimony, the artist handed her a drink, and soon after she began to feel very drowsy, barely able to stand up. This allegation follows a similar pattern to several other accusations already made against Diddy. However, the sequence of events presents specific details. When she realized she was not well, the woman allegedly expressed a desire to leave, but Diddy suggested that she spend the night at his residence, assuring her that nothing would happen. She also claims to have made it clear that she was married and did not want any intimate involvement. According to the report, when they arrived at the businessman's house, she lay down on the bed fully dressed. However, Diddy allegedly became aggressive and began a series of unwanted physical advances. For about 4 hours, the victim claims to have been subjected to forced groping of her breasts and genitals, as well as penetration with fingers against her will. She claims to have resisted the entire time, saying no repeatedly and trying to push him away. Only when the effects of the substance ingested wore off was the woman able to react more firmly. Outraged, she demanded that Diddy call a taxi so she could leave, which he allegedly did. Now, she is seeking redress in court, suing Diddy and several of his companies for physical damages and psychological trauma she allegedly suffered as a result of the episode. Diddy's lawyers responded to the accusations, categorically denying any involvement of the artist in sex crimes or human trafficking. In an official statement, the defense stated that no matter how many lawsuits are filed, especially by individuals who refuse to reveal their identities, it does not change the fact that Mr. Combs has never committed sexual abuse or human trafficking, whether against men or women, adults or minors. We live in a world where anyone can sue for any reason. Fortunately, there is a fair and impartial judicial system to seek the truth, and Mr. Combs is confident that he will prevail in court. The complaint joins a series of other accusations that have been made against Diddy in recent months, which have generated great repercussion in the media and the entertainment industry. The case is expected to go to court, where the allegations will be investigated and judged according to the evidence presented by the involved parties. The most significant title for Prince Harry is that of father. The Duke of Sussex, who has 2 children, Archie Harrison, 5, and Lilibet Lily Diana, 3, with Meghan Markle, recently shared the challenging and essential conversations he has been having with his children about the Invictus Games. This international event was conceived by Harry to provide wounded and sick military personnel with the opportunity to participate in sporting competitions that promote resilience and strength. "My kids are very interested," Harry revealed in an interview published on February 12th by People magazine. Explaining to them why one person is missing a leg, why another person is missing an arm, or why someone looks different is a very important conversation, but also quite challenging. At 40, and with a decade of service in the British Army, Harry highlighted that Archie, in particular, shows great curiosity. He asks a lot of questions. How did this person get hurt? What is a landmine? How did this happen? The Duke said, "It's like opening Pandora's box because children that age have no filters. They are extremely curious and always want to understand everything around them." However, even with his desire to teach, Harry recognizes that he doesn't always have all the answers ready. "I'm constantly trying to find the best way to explain what happened to these contestants," he said, "and also to showcase the work we do at the Invictus Games to help them rebuild their lives and redefine who they are." Although he created the competition more than a decade ago to motivate recovering military personnel, Harry hopes his own children will also find inspiration in the Invictus Games. He shared the children's experience of watching the 2023 edition, held in Dusseldorf. They were fascinated to see the athletes moving around the court in wheelchairs, playing basketball, wheelchair rugby, sitting volleyball, all that. For Harry, his children's involvement in sport is fundamental. "I hope my kids have the chance to try and get involved in whatever sport they want because I believe that is essential for all of us." The journey of parenthood has been a constant learning experience for Harry and Meghan, who continue to share their experiences and reflections on raising children while balancing their commitments and projects. Travis Kelce, the boyfriend of singer Taylor Swift, has just 1 month to decide his future with the Kansas City Chiefs. The team has given the tight end until March 14th to decide whether he will continue playing professionally or end his football career, according to information released by The Athletic in an article published last Thursday. The Chiefs expect Kelce, 35, to opt to stay with the team for the 2025 to 2026 NFL season. The athlete, who played in the 2025 Super Bowl, still has a valid contract for next season, including a roster bonus of $11.5 million scheduled to be paid on March 15th, as reported by Over the Cap. In addition, the negotiating window for NFL free agency begins on March 10th, which could influence his decision. The deadline set by the team comes just days after a tough loss to the Philadelphia Eagles in the 2025 Super Bowl, in a game that ended with an unfavorable score of 40-22. In the face of rumors about a possible retirement, Kelce spoke out on his New Heights podcast this week. During the episode, he acknowledged fans' curiosity about his future in the sport and said, "I know everyone wants to know if I'm going to play next season or not. Now, all that remains is to await the player's decision, which could impact not only his career in sports, but also the future of the Kansas City Chiefs in the NFL."